however you want. I can crop this piece here. I can crop this here. Whatever I want. In order to save something that you cropped, you can either double click or you can click your checkbox. Either one will work. If you make a crop that you don't want, you could do the little circle with the line through it, which means don't do it for the cropping tool. And then as far as the cropping tool is concerned, the cool thing about Photoshop and a couple other image editing programs at this point in time is if you know that you have a frame that you want to give somebody that's 4 by 6 or 5 by 7, whatever that size is, and you want to make sure that your picture fits in that frame, what you would do is you would type in the width and the height, and notice now when I click on my tool, automatically it's constraining. Like if I pull straight down right now, it's not letting me go down any further. It's letting me pull to the right and down at the same time. So what it's doing is it's constraining the scale of that image, so that whatever I wind up with at the end is going to fit into a 5 by 7 frame. If I don't have what I want in the right place, I can either click in the box and move it with my mouse, or if I just wanted to nudge it slightly, I could use the arrow keys to nudge it slightly left or right. When I'm done with that selection, as I said, I can either click the check here, or I could double click in the center, which will save what I have selected in my crop tool. And if I'm not sure about that, I could always toggle back and forth using Control Z. This is the one layer of undo. If I do Control Z, it will show me what I have and what I had. It'll only do it once in that particular setting or in that mode for Photoshop. If you want to do more than one undo, you have what is called a history palette. If you go to Window and open up History, here is a record of everything that I've gone through, and actually, I haven't saved, I haven't hit Control F, but those are the things that I've kept, the changes that I've kept so far. If I decide that, you know what, I don't like, how I added the additional contrast to this particular area, I would go back through here, find where I did it, which is right here, and then what I would do is I would go to the next and delete. It'll say delete that state. Yes. So that what it does is it deletes everything after that. If I worked on something for, 5 or 10 minutes and said, you know what, I really screwed up at this point in time and I can't fix it, I can't bring it back, you can go back as far as you want. If I go back to my red eye tool, and I see that that looks pretty good, and that's where I want to start from, again, what I would do is I would drop down one and delete it, because you don't want to actually delete the state that you're on. You want to delete everything after that, and it'll bring you back to where you want to be. Everybody with me? I know it's a lot for one day, but those are definitely things that you're going to need to know before you start handing in your individual photos. At this point in time, most people have turned in a contact sheet. I'm going to be getting contact sheet forms back to you. Once you get the contact sheet forms back, you should be opening your 3 best images. You should be making sure that they work as far as brightness and contrast is concerned. Make sure that you don't have to make any selections in any area and change that any. If you do, you're going to do that first. Once you've done that, you're looking at your image and saying, you know what, it looks good, I'm going to turn it in. Then you want to make sure that you turn in all 3 of your images. And remember, you're handing them in with this sheet here. Guys, this will get a whole lot easier after you're finished the first assignment because everything stays the same as far as the routine for handing in contact sheets and prints is concerned. I know it's a lot of information now because you're starting off, and it's a lot of papers and it's a lot of hand and stuff. But once you get in the habit of doing it, you'll be good to go. Any questions on file format? Any questions on editing your photos? Anybody need a download images. No cord?
There's a cord right here, but I don't know.
Ah, thank you. Alrighty.